Hi guys, in today's video we are going to be taking a look at some leaked footage of a new playable character in Battle for Neighborville. As usual, just before we begin, remember to hit those like and subscribe buttons if you enjoy the content on this channel and want to help it grow. Anyway, let's get started. Now, first of all, I just want to mention that the footage you will see in this video was obtained by Germanshu, so a shout out to them for doing all that technical wizardry that allowed them to get this footage. They have a couple of other videos showcasing this character on their channel, so go and check them out if you're interested. The links are in the description. So let's take a look at this new character. Now, as you can see, this character is a pesky gnome which you can come across in the PvE modes when trying to find the diamond gnomes. Now, these playable gnomes were found in a separate category of playable characters, which suggests that these gnomes aren't necessarily going to be playable in typical multiplayer, but actually might be saved for special game modes, similar to previous games where we had cats versus dinos, for example. But there is a chance it could appear like any other class in multiplayer. Now let's take a look at the character itself. So you might notice that the gnome doesn't seem to be shooting any weapon, the plasma attack is just coming out of nowhere. This is actually due to a conflict with the files, but we did get shown an image of the weapon which looks pretty cool. So the primary weapon seems to be a standard automatic, similar to Sunflowers and Foot Soldier, but the fire rate seems to be somewhere in between those two, with Sunflowers being quite slow and Foot Soldiers being pretty fast. It does between 8 and 10 points of damage per hit and has 30 shots in each clip. It also has a pretty cool sound effect. Like all other characters, the gnome has 3 abilities. So first off, we have teleport, which is pretty self-explanatory. The ability lets you teleport from one place to another. It works just like Scientist's warp ability and has a cooldown of 6 seconds. Next we have hammer, which I think is the most interesting ability of the 3. Basically, you slam a hammer into the ground, which in turn launches the targets into the air and gives you chance to hit them with as much damage as you can. This works similar to Imp's gravity grenade, but hammer seems to lift them up much higher. I imagine if this character became available in multiplayer, it would be good for clearing enemies out of objectives such as in turf takeover. Also, this ability has a cooldown of 15 seconds. The final ability is bomb, and this launches an explosive device at your enemy, doing a whopping 175 points of damage for a direct hit, and it also does a fair bit of splash damage depending on how close the other enemies are. The cooldown for this ability is 16 seconds. So that's pretty much it in terms of the character itself. Just remember that the files for this character might be old, so this might not be what the finished character is actually going to be like, but it gives us a very good indication of what to expect. Anyway guys, that's about it for this video. Let me know what your thoughts are on this character in the comments below. Do you think we'll be able to get to play this gnome in multiplayer? Other than that, remember to subscribe and I shall see you in the next one. Okay, thanks guys, bye.